Jimmy Savile. I'm gonna do a ghost box session with him today. Jimmy Savile. Savile. Now let's turn the ghost box on and do a sweep. A reverse sweep. Jimmy Savile, are you out there? Your last name is spelled Savile. Am I correct? Yes, you are correct. You were a TV host for the show Top of the Pops in England. Am I correct? Yes, I am correct. Did you also host a TV show called Jimmy Can Fix It? Yes, that's true too. Jimmy Savile, are you a sexual predator and a pervert and a sexual sadist? Jimmy says that's right. How many children and young adults did you sexually abuse being a celebrity in England? Give me a rough number, a rough guess. Jimmy said he had sexually abused and murdered a few people. We'll get into that. How many people did you sexually abuse, Jimmy Savile? He says he abused about 3,100 patients and peoples on his TV shows. Is it true, Jimmy Savile, you were a former wrestler in England? Yes, that is true, he says. Jimmy, did you ever kill anybody or murder anybody? Jimmy said yes, he had murdered 2 people. Who did you murder these 2 people? Who were they and how old were they roughly and why? He said the people were in the late teens in England at Broadmoor Hospital for the Insane. It is also noted that you had sexually abused dead corpses and were a necrophiliac. Is that true, Jimmy Savile? Yes, that is true. How many corpses did you violate and have sex with and abuse? Abuse of corpses, that is. Jimmy claims he abused how many? How many, Jimmy? 600 corpses. Jimmy, how many people did you sexually abuse and rape? Jimmy claims he abused over 3,000 children and had sex with them and young adults too. Were you a sexual predator, Jimmy Savile? Yes, he was. Did you murder any people? Jimmy claims he had murdered 3 or 4 people since the 1960s. Is it true, Jimmy Savile, you were knighted by Queen Elizabeth II with a medal? Yes, this is true. Were you friends with celebrities of Britain or England? Jimmy said he was friends with the Beatles. He was friends with the Rolling Stones. Jimmy also claims he even talked to Elvis Presley one time in the USA and visited him. Did you like Elvis Presley? Jimmy said he was okay. Jimmy Savile, you died probably back in 2011 or the 12th, am I correct? He said, you're right. How old were you, Eddie? How old were you, Jimmy, when you died? I think Jimmy just said he was 85 or 86. Have you ever heard of Kempfell's famous folk artist Dennis Ramsay, which is me? I do fine art, folk art, and abstract art paintings. He said he did hear me. He said there's people in England that have bought my artwork in folk art paintings. Jimmy Savile. How many people did you kill? 3 or 4, am I correct? Is that what you said? Yes. You were also the head administrator at the Broadmoor Insane Asylum Hospital in England, is that right? And Jack the Ripper, or the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter, was a patient there. Am I right? I've heard ties and people talk about that you murdered a couple people with Peter. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. How many people did you kill with the Yorkshire Ripper of England? 4 people. Did you set Peter to commit these crimes, or did you do the crimes with Peter? Jimmy said he killed 2 people with Peter, the Yorkshire Ripper, and the other 2 were killed by Peter, the Yorkshire Ripper himself. What was his last name, Jimmy? Peter. Sutcliffe, I think, or Sutcliffe, or something like that. Jimmy, do you have any regrets of committing these murders and sexual offenses over your, 60-year career, I guess? He said he feels bad for some of the crimes he committed. Other crimes he has no remorse or empathy. Jimmy Savile, how come you were never prosecuted for your crimes? And why come you were never charged? Jimmy says he was too powerful as a British celebrity. And he also had many high-profile contacts with friends and people that worked at the BBC. Were you untouchable, Jimmy Savile? Yes, he was. He claims he was untouchable. Were you a wealthy man as a TV host and celebrity of the English TV? He said yes, he was. He was wealthy. How much money did you make a year for yourself? He claims he made about £3 million a year. I know you had a Rolls Royce and a fancy camper and cars, did you not? He said, yeah, he did. Well, Jimmy Savile, so you're a sexual predator of over 3,000 people. You killed, how many? 4 people. And you had sex with the corpses as a necrophiliac. How many corpses did you abuse, roughly? Or have sex with? He said roughly about 700 corpses. I heard, I don't know if this is true, Jimmy, that you took the glass eyeballs of people in the morgue and put them in rings and put them in your collection as souvenirs and trophies. Is that true, Jimmy Savile? He says it's very true. He did that. Anyhow, so I will close this Ghost Box session, and I'm not going to bid you farewell because to me you're infamous and you're a bad person. But I will say bye, then shut off the ghost machine. Farewell and goodbye. That was the Ghost Box session of Jimmy Savile, sexual predator and murder of England, also caretaker of the Broadmoor hospital for the insane, and another hospital or two. Jimmy Savile raised about, give or take, probably 30 or 40 million bucks for charity. I do know that. Peace Soda here. Do share and subscribe to the Dennis Ramsey YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye for now.